What's up, sneaker fans? Thanks for tuning in to a More Than Hype review, and in this video we'll be taking a look at a pair of Gazelle 85s. Now, if you like Adidas, then you know anytime you have a year in the name of a shoe, that means two things will be true. It's going to be more expensive, but you should be getting better materials. Compared to just regular Gazelles, these are $30 more, so $100 versus $130 retail. And the materials are better than what you get on a non-85 release. So with all that said, let's get right into the review, starting with the packaging. Now, included with the better materials on the shoe, the 85 also gets this special box here. So it's a vintage inspired box instead of your regular three stripes box. So we have our Adidas fading away logo up top, this sort of gradient, and then our Trefoil logo there. We have some perforations here, which I'm honestly not sure what these mean. And then on this side, we have this green sticker, which was the original size tag for Adidas shoes, which I think is a really cool touch. And then finally, we go onto the other side of the box, and we have our regular size tag that we're used to. Now, taking a look at the label and going through the info here, official name of these, Gazelle 85, style code GY2530, official colors, Magic Lilac, footwear white, and core black. Far as sizing and fit goes, I find Gazelle 85s do run a half size big, very similar to what the Campus 80s fit. As I mentioned earlier, retail price is $130 for these, and that about does it for the label. So now, opening up our box, we have some actually pretty cool paper here, taking different diagrams and pictures of past shoes. But here are the shoes. And the reason why I picked this colorway is just because it's such a unique color, Magic Lilac. You don't see a lot of shoes in this hue of purple, so that just makes these stand out and just look really, really nice. I think out of all of the OG colorways that they released so far, this is definitely the one that I like the most. But let's get both pairs out and take a closer look. Alright, now I got these out the box. Let's take a closer look, starting with the upper. Now, the majority of your upper is in this Magic Lilac colored suede. And as far as the material quality goes, it is pretty decent. We can see the grain of the suede here on the heel. It's soft. It looks nice. But if better materials is the only reason you're getting the 85 versus just a regular Gazelle, you might be disappointed. Yes, the materials are an improvement versus the regular Gazelle, but the difference isn't big enough for me to recommend you get these, especially with that 30% increase in price. Down the line, if these go on sale, then definitely these are going to be a steal, and you should definitely get them. But for a retail price, it's a little bit iffy. I think more than the materials themselves, the overall silhouette should be the reason you get these. So they did tweak these a little bit versus regular Gazelles. I think the most notable, at least for me, are these three stripes. I couldn't really tell in photos, but in hand you can really tell that the angle and the length of these three stripes are much more aggressive, forward, longer than regular Gazelles, and that adds a lot of presence on the shoe, which I think looks really cool, very sleek. That's another thing that they changed here. They did change the shape of the overall silhouette, so it just overall looks much sleeker, especially in the toe box here. Moving on to the medial side, and same deal, you can see here those three stripes. On our back tab, we have our Trefoil logo debossed and printed on in white, which I think is a very nice subtle touch. These come stock with flat laces in nylon in this Magic Lilac color. You do also get an extra set of white laces in here like this, but between the two, I'm definitely going with lilac with these. Another important difference between regular and the 85 is the tongue. Now, as you can see here, we have our foam tongue and Adidas Trefoil logo up top, but it is also much shorter, or I wouldn't say much, but very slightly shorter than the regular Gazelle tongue. And I do like the look of these with the shorter tongue. Around your heel, it is lined in this leather material. And then we have our sock liner also in leather. And just like the Campus 80s, these also do have that extra arch support. I think overall Gazelles are really nice because of all the arch support that you get. But taking a look here, we can see these do have that foam piece here for that extra support. That about does it for our upper. Moving on to our midsole outsole, and not really much to see here. All white rubber for our midsole, and then moving on to our outsole, we have that hexagonal pattern, which at the time was an innovation Adidas called microcell traction. This was supposedly supposed to give you a little bit more cushioning, a little bit more protection in your falls. Whether or not that's true, I cannot confirm, but it does look pretty cool. And that about does it for these. So overall, I think they got a lot of stuff right with the Gazelle 85. The updated shape and tooling makes these look like a much more streamlined and sleek shoe versus regular Gazelles. On the quality side, while the materials are, I would say, marginally better than regular Gazelles, it's definitely not one of the highlights of this shoe. But I think honestly for me, the main draw to the Gazelle 85 is just the colorways that you get. The 85 offers a lot of very simple and clean colorways that we haven't gotten on the regular Gazelle. And I would say just for that reason, they are worth getting. That's all I have to say about these. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe for more sneaker content. It really helps the channel, and I appreciate all the support. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.